airline passenger who called a fellow flyer a big black Sasquatch is fined after racist rant. A drunk mother of one called an airline passenger a big black Sasquatch and called him and his wife drug couriers in a row about baggage space in an overhead locker. Drunk Leslie McGuire launched into the racist tirade after continually kicking their seat on a Thomson flight from Jamaica to Gatwick in January. McGuire, 51, of West Drayton, West London, began arguing with the married couple about room in the overhead lockers as they traveled back from the Caribbean. After calling Ellen Carbon a big black Sasquatch, she carried on at him and partner Lucy Brome, "I bet he's carrying drugs. I cannot believe we've paid hundreds of pounds to be on a flight with people like you." The divorcee was ordered to pay £1,000 at Crawley Magistrates Court for a racially aggravated abuse against the couple after being convicted at an earlier trial. But after the sentence was handed down, she moaned she could pay the fine because she was already in £39,000 in debt. The one-day trial on July 24 heard she and her friend Joanna Ball shouted for champagne as they took their seats before accusing her victims of taking up too much space on their overhead lockers. Prosecutor Gaynor Bing said, during the flight the aggrieved say that those behind them, Ms. McGuire, had been kicking the seats which led to the confrontation. She said, "He is a black W. cur. I bet he is carrying drugs." His partner also says he is called a effing black W. cur and a big black Sasquatch. "I cannot believe we have paid hundreds of pounds to be on a flight with people like you. Clearly there's a racially aggravated matter." She added McGuire had a previous conviction for a dishonesty offense which did not involve public disorder or race in 2015. McGuire, wearing a green dress and shoes, interrupted magistrates to say, "I didn't call him anything black." She was threatened with jail for contempt of court and sentenced her to pay £500 to each of her victims, £850 prosecution costs for the trial and £85 victim surcharge. She said, "I'm in £39,000 debt. It's just ridiculous. I cannot help it. I've had enough punishment and I haven't done anything." Chairman of the bench Robert Francis said, "If you're not quiet we will hold you in contempt of court and you will go down to the cells, do you hear?" She crossed her arms as he continued, "This is a particularly nasty offense done whilst you are in alcohol and you are in a plane, so there's no getting away from it. We did consider custody but we've stepped back from that. You will serve a 12-month community order with 15 rehabilitation activity requirement sessions focused largely on thinking skills and anger management. We also going to order you to do unpaid work. That's gone up from 80 hours to 120 hours because of the trial. We are also going to order £500 compensation for each of the people, Ellen Carbon and Lucy Brome, for the stress and distress you have caused." Author of a probation report Liberty Dury, told the court, "She works in sales so this obviously may help but not perhaps when it comes to arguing with strangers. She does come across as quite confrontational. She says she has no issues from anybody from any ethnic minorities and if she did, her point was, why would she have gone to Jamaica?" Mr. Carbon's witness statement said, "From the moment they got on the plane, I could tell they were intoxicated. The blonde lady who sat behind me started kicking. I asked her to stop and she gave me some abuse. The air hostess told McGuire to stop but she continued to hit and kick my chair. My wife stayed in her original seat,